Behold, your king is coming to you, humble and mounted on a donkey, and on a colt, the foal of a beast of burden. Jesus came to teach us who his Father was. On numerous occasions in the gospel, he tells his disciples, the things I tell you, I try to teach to you, are things that the Father has told me. It's what he is like. Do you remember when he was 12 years old and his parents found him in the temple because he had to be about his Father's business? So he came to reveal who God the Father was and what he was like to us, to his disciples, to anyone who would listen. That's why he came, and also to be faithful unto death. So, Palm Sunday, he comes sitting on a donkey in humility into Jerusalem the very last time. When I was 6 years old, I've been told this story. I don't remember it at all, okay? But when I was 6 years old, we lived on 117 via Quito. And my two older brothers were 7 and 9 years older. They had their own rooms over the garage. We never saw them. I mean, they were doing their thing. They were older. They got away with bloody murder. But anyway, they were up there. So I was always with my parents, And so there was two long couches and then the TV in front of us. And my mom sat on the side where Claude and Sue were at, and my dad sat on the side that you guys are at, okay? There's too many names to figure it out. And I sat right down here, closest to the TV. And so this one evening, the three of us were together. My brothers were doing who knows what. We were watching Lassie. Does anyone remember Lassie? Okay, good. So Lassie, for a 6-year-old, could be rather frightening and tragic. And so what I am told is that during this episode of Lassie, I was sitting right in the front, closest to the TV, my back to my mom and my dad. And it was an intense moment in the show of Lassie. Call yours dad. And I blurted out. My didn't laugh. Thankfully, I would have been crippled for life. But I look back on that episode of my life that I've been told about because I don't remember it at all, and wonder what was it that brought my dad into it and not my mom? I mean, my dad went to work every day. I wasn't with my dad, I was with my mom. Janet corrected me after the 8:15 service that my mom worked every day of her life because she was never employed when I was alive. She worked every day of her life, but she was never employed. And so I was always with her. Always with her. She was always with me. Until I went to school, of course. Call yours dad. Jesus came to help us grow and understand that we can trust his Father, that we can have confidence in his Father. That's why he came, to reveal who his Father was. There's a wonderful verse in Hebrews 1:1, and it says this: long ago, at many times and in many ways, God spoke to our fathers by the prophets. But in these last days, he has spoken to us by his Son, literally in Son. So what this Hebrews text says, Hebrews 1:1, is that for a long, long time, God has spoken through people to others to help them understand who he was. But in these last days, whoops, I clicked something. Whew. We'll see what happens with that. In these last days, I have spoken in Son. Emmanuel, God with us. That's how I have spoken to you. So in my reading, reading through the Bible, I'm in Numbers. And last week I was in Numbers 13 and 14. And the episode is this, okay? They've gone through the whole come out of Egypt and all of the crazy stuff that went on in Egypt, and God led them out, and they were whining and complaining about nothing to drink, and Moses hits a rock and wonderful spring water. It was probably tonic water or soda water or something wonderful like that. And then they were complaining and grumbling about no food, no meat. And so they got manna, they got quail, blah, blah, blah. And they get up to the promised land. They have come to the promised land. And God says to Moses, choose 12 men from the 12 tribes, one each, and have them go check it out. Have them go spy it out. Have them go say, what are the people like? What are the cities like? What's the fruit like? What's the wine like? And come back and tell us. Well, we know the story. The 12 come back, and 10 out of the 12 say, we can't go in there. They are all NBA players. 10 feet tall, and they will wipe us out. Let's head back to Egypt. What? How did they get there? How did they go and look at the land that God had promised to give them and come back with the report not going there? They went to the point of going, where's Moses and Aaron? Let's stone them to death. Let's put them to death so we can go back to Egypt and be under slavery. At least we were safe there. How in the heck does that happen? But there's two that say, whoa, 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 whoa. Do you remember what Moses said? God spoke to me and said, hey, go check out the land that I am going to give you. Oh, where's the confidence? Where's the confidence? For the 10, the confidence is in their own eyes and in the fear in their hearts. That's where their confidence is. We're not going there. I'm not going there. That's not happening with me. And they lived it out. The two said, no. God said he's going to give us. I have no clue how he's going to do it. But he said he's going to give it to us. I have confidence in my God that he can and will do that. You know the end of the story. So when we come to Jesus entering into Jerusalem on a colt, on a donkey, we have to recognize the stark contrast between the Roman Empire and the Roman emperor and their power throughout all the Mediterranean basin. Titus, who went in 69, I think it was 70 AD, on April 14th, 70 AD, to sack Jerusalem. It took him 4 months to completely level Jerusalem and the temple. April 14th, that's today, in AD 70, he entered Jerusalem to take it down, which he did. This arch was built by his son, now Emperor Domitian, in 81 or 82 AD in Rome to recognize his victory. They come in at the end of all the soldiers on their war horses in full garb. That's how it works in the Roman Empire. Everything they did dominated and imprinted on people's lives. We are in control. Period. Exclamation point. We still have buildings built by them. We still have roads built by them 2,000 years later. We still have aqueducts. That's crazy. This is still standing in Rome. They built to put people on their knees. Everything they did was to dominate the world that they had authority over. Jesus comes on a donkey because he knows who the creator of the universe is. His confidence in his God far exceeds that of Rome. No comparison whatsoever. So I want to share whatever you are facing, whatever you might be facing in your life today, however tragic it might be, the living God has it taken care of, done. Sin gone, death gone. All of those things in the old system gone, because eternal life awaits those who open up their lives to the living God. Every single one. It doesn't matter if your basement just flooded this morning because of a sewer backup, which happened in my house. It doesn't matter. I know, isn't that gross? Anyway, let's move on. Okay, what is our confidence in? How do we grow our confidence? 4 quick things. 1, time. What do you do with your time? How in the world did my confidence get so big with my dad? It was because I spent time with him. We spent time on the boats together. He taught me how to sail. He taught me how to do knots. We just spent time together. We have to spend time with our Father, God our Father. If you don't, that's on you. That's on you, not us, not God. That's on you. We have to spend time with him. Just do it. Second, submission. Oh, ugly word, ugly word, ugly words. What do I say in my notes about this wonderful word? That's right. I beseech you, brothers and sisters, because of the mercies of God, to present your bodies, everything that you are, as sacrifices, living sacrifices, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable act of worship. Romans 12:1. That's what we are asked to do. Submit our bodies every moment, every day. I don't know how you're going to take down all the NBA players in the promised land, but you're going to do it. Submit yourself to him. Just follow him by faith. Submission. By living lives of thanks. By living lives of thanks. Oh, look at how big they are. No, look at the fruit. Look at the dates. Look at the wine they're producing. This is going to be awesome. Of course God will give us this land. Isn't that what Caleb and Joshua said? Of course God's going to give us this land. Let's go. I'm hungry. Let's get some good food around here. Thanks. Live out your life by giving thanks to him, even when it stinks in your basement. Okay. By connection. Who are you connected to? I just finished the book, Alienated America. And it is the sociological data is staggering. If you are not connected to other people in your life, you will have difficulty, loneliness, depression. You will be disconnected from life. And it's rampant throughout the United States of America. Connected. Be connected to one another. Confidence, full trust, belief in the reliability of a person, confidence in God our Father. If we read our covenant, it drips with this language to be submissive, obedient, following God our Father as He leads us in His ways, not my ways, in His ways together. So I close with this. Thursday night, we didn't know what to do. Do we close down like 82 other businesses and churches have closed down in Green Bay due to weather? Or do we not? We had 50 wrapped up potatoes. We were having a potato bar. And I'm from California. I have no clue what we should do. I've learned that. I've been here 6 years. So I call Dave Thompson, Ryan Manti, and Mike Bojanak and say, hey, what do you say? What do we do? And all three of them punted. They go, well, it's a toss-up. Just flip a coin. It looks like you're going to be okay, but great. Thanks a lot. So we're still in tension mode. It's like 4 o'clock, and we know there's like 15 people coming. They've already told us that, but we can easily communicate. So Andy, in his great wisdom, comes up with, I know, let's just do a condensed one. Let's not do any service at all. Let's just eat together and have table time and go home early. Boom, done. Feels good to everybody. Everyone's on the same page going, done. We had 34 people come. 34 people came out last Thursday night. And we had a great potato bar and time around the tables, and we got home early. And the weather was fine. Weather was better then than it was at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Go figure. Together, being connected one with another, we desperately need that. Individually, as couples, as families, we desperately need to be connected. God bless you. Happy Palm Sunday.